Peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Karibuni watu wa roho. Welcome to Furaha Land, the place of pleasure and peace. Now I take it that you're here to participate in today's game. Well, you've come to the right rhythm, because this is the space where you get an intimate interaction with the wonderful world of Wachezajis. Yes, family, this is the space where through the own channel of your own being, you get to experience in 5D the energy of the Wachezaji. The Wachezaji are the spirit players in Furaha Land. The 11 spiritual players and their representatives that exist in Furaha Land. Now, even though there are only 11 Wachezaji, they manifest themselves as billions of expressions, including me and you. Now, these entities in Furaha Land are very special and powerful because not only do they make up a great portion of the experience of Furaha Land, but family, they created Furaha Land themselves. Today you are getting to physically experience the Wachezaji as they hope to interact with you on a more intimate level. So when they say Cheza, to let them in, you just have to say Roho. When you hear the call from the Wachezaji and they say Cheza, all you have to do is let them know you are ready to play by responding Roho. Family, the Wachezaji just want to play. They just want to play. Their main reason for existing is to assist you through this experience we call life. Yes, family, the Wachezaji are your friendly guides through this heaven safari that we call life. Now, family, these wonderful creatures of heaven are so passionate about guiding you that sometimes they can be overwhelming. But this is where you come in. You are supposed to help them guide you by being fully aware of where you are guiding them to. By taking full responsibility of yourself as a vehicle as they power it. What they're saying, family, is they will give you their powers, but you have to promise to take responsibility for the use of it. Family, they're saying all they can do is provide you with the energetic bank to do your will. They act on behalf of the Most High. Peace. And so, family, as beings of peace, they can't take responsibility for you. They can only empower you to act and experience. You have to be the driver. So family, when you open up this portal in the morning and you hear them through the sound of my voice say, Cheza! If you are ready to play, which you must be since you're listening and watching this right now. If you have been called to play, which you are because you are listening and watching this right now, all you have to say is Roho. When the Wachezaji say Cheza, all you have to say is Roho. To show that you come open and ready to play the spirits. What spirits are you playing, family? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me introduce you to the Wachezaji wa Roho. Family, all representing and acting on behalf of the highest peace. The first Wachezaji is Chezaji Asar. Chezaji Asar represents oneness, universal consciousness, universal identity. Woo! This Chezaji is the reason we have love. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But this Chezaji is the reason we have love. The first ingredient of love, which is the first ingredient of the Most High, we call Asar, is unity. So when we say Asar, we are talking about unity, oneness, Let's move on. The next Wachezaji is called Tahuti. This Wachezaji represents wisdom, universal knowledge, the intelligence of the consciousness. Tahuti is the reason why we are able to trust in the wisdom of the Most High. Tahuti is the reason why we are able to intuit stuff. When you hear the word intuition, think of your inner Tahuti. So your intuition, when you hear the word intuition, think of that second Wachezaji, Tahuti. Tahuti inside you. Wachezaji number 3. I gotta sip some water for this one. Wachezaji number 3 happens to be my Wachezaji. Yes. Wachezaji number 3 with his orange flames and erotic energy. This is my Wachezaji. Wachezaji SEBEK. SEBEK is dealing with emotional power. SEBEK is dealing with emotional power. The ability to command the movement of God's wisdom and God's intelligence and God's consciousness. SEBEK is the movement and the commandment of consciousness and wisdom. SEBEK is all about emotional power, energetic power. SEBEK is the one that commands from the heavens the experience, the energetic experience on earth. Now we go on to our 4th Wachezaji, the beautiful, the magnificent, the glowing, the enchanting, the sexy, the harmonious, the righteous, Ma'ah. SEBEK is like the sun, charge from God's consciousness. Ma'ah represents the law and order of that energetic power. Are you in the game, family? Are you in the game? Ma'ah represents the law and ordering of that energetic power. She takes that energy and weaves it into the fabric of nature. So no matter what you manifest as, no matter what spirit claims you, you cannot escape the consciousness, the wisdom, and the energetic power of God. Oh, she's a beautiful Chezaji, that Ma'ah. A beautiful Chezaji. After Ma'ah, which represents the experience of oneness. Yes? Ma'ah represents the energetic experience of oneness, which is the first law. Ma'ah is synonymous with love, which is the experience of oneness. Alright. Now we go on now. From the experience of oneness, love, Ma'ah, we have our first Chezaji Heru. Herukuti, which represents divine justice. In Furaha land, Herukuti is the policeman. Herukuti patrols Furaha and makes sure that the law and order of Ma'ah is kept, and that you are being served, punished, protected, and rewarded based on your movement in Ma'ah. Based on your movement in Ma'ah, Herukuti is ensuring that your experience is justified. Herukuti is ensuring, by enforcing the law and order of Ma'ah, Herukuti is ensuring that your rewards in Furaha, your punishments in Furaha, your protection in Furaha are all justified by what? Your actions. Herukuti is like Wu-Tang. Nothing to fuck with. Let's move on. Now, that was Chezaji number 5. Chezaji number 6. Woo. What do we say about this one here? Chezaji number 6 is our star player. He's very special among the Wachezaji. He is what is known in football as your center mid. You know, the one who can run up and down the pitch and go further than any players, but he really keeps the balance from one end to the other. He makes sure the top and the bottom are functioning correctly. So he feeds them information and then feeds them back information, and then he comes back from that one and feeds it back down, and then he uses his mind. So Wachezaji number 6, he's the fittest of them all. You know, he's got to make movements in and out of the realms to make sure that the communications are always there. So, you know, he's erect, if you will. He's strong. You know, all the chakras are aligned. Kundalini straight, you know. He's all the way tapped in. From the one eye to the third eye. You get what I'm saying? He's all the way in. This Wachezaji is called Heru. You may know him in Eurocentric language as the hero. Heru represents your will power. Woo! Heru represents your will power. And as the Wachezaji who sits in the center of all the other Wachezajis, he is able to transcend all emotions. He is able to bypass all the other Wachezajis and go straight to Asar. He is in fact the son of Asar. You may know him in Eurocentric language as Christ. You may know him as Yeshua the Christ. Heru. Interesting character. I'll tell you more about him later. Wachezaji number 7. She goddamn fine, I tell you. If I ever did see something so fine in my life. Wachezaji number 7 with her illustrious gold feathers and her Ugandan green glow. You know that special kind of green you only find in the Nile River? That kind of green, where it's like glowing. Yeah. Wachezaji number 7, you know, 7 heaven. Her name is Het Heru. Oh, she is so gorgeous. She's so beautiful. She is really sexy. You know what Het Heru does? She's really cheeky. Het Heru deals with your imagination, right? And so, because she deals with your imagination, she is known as the house or the cinema of Heru, right? She is known as the cinema of Heru, or the house of Heru, or the picture house of Heru. She is the one that calls the Heru out of you. She is the one that erects your will. You following me? She's the one that erects your will. Are you following me? She's the one that erects your will power through her ability to captivate your imagination. She don't play. She don't play. Let me sip some Maji. Like Maisha Maji. Next Chezaji. The next Chezaji, he's not so pretty. He's not so pretty, I can't even lie. He's cool, but he's not like Heteru. In fact, the next Chezaji has a completely different energy to Heteru. They both, put it this way, you know, like, you ever been called to do some work with someone who was so good at their job that you couldn't not do the work with them, but you didn't necessarily like them or the way that they were? Like, you know, like they're here because they're sick at what they do and no one else can do that job. You know, like your bouncer friends. Yeah, your friends who work the door of the club. But that friend you can trust to not let no one in, to say no to your grandma because they're just so stubborn when they're ready. So you know they'll do the job, but when they're not doing the job, they're still doing the job. Does that make sense? That person. So Heteru and this Chezaji number 8, they have to work together. But sometimes they really piss each other off. Because there's a huge communication battle sometimes. Anyway, this Chezaji is called SEBEK. Now SEBEK, he has to work with Heteru to translate your imagination into definitions, words, language, belief systems. Yes? He has to translate. This is why they get pissed off, because sometimes he don't know what the fuck Heteru is saying. and Heteru's annoyed because she's doing her thing. Oh, this is Heteru. Oh, yeah, we can do this. And we can do that. And we can do that. You know what I'm saying? She's like Beyonce. She's just like you get what I'm saying? And SEBEK is like, he like Jay-Z. He's focused, man. Tell stop to holler at me, man. And sometimes, you know, the good experience of them is Beyonce and Jay-Z. That's the healthy expression. But the toxic one is us being at war with each other in that space. So family, the last 2 Chezajis are very important, because as we edge closer to the last 2 Chezaji, these become the ones that we experience most, or at least where our current awareness is. Chezaji number 10, 9, Sorry. Wachezaji number 9, her name is Osset. Osset, she is like, how would I describe Osset? Osset is like the African mother. Mama wa Roho. Yeah? Osset is like the African mother. You know, the woman who's just gracious, humble, attentive, nurturing. She's passive, affirmative, you know, just has this very relaxed glow about her. Nothing phases her, nothing is beyond her. Like, everything is okay when she's around. That's Osset. Osset is dealing with your vibrational reality. In the context of Africa, Osset is the reason why the woman always built the home. In the context of African spirituality, the Wachezaji Osset and her nature as the first feminine archetype, it was important that the divine feminine built the home and owned the home and was the master of the home. The reason why is because she is in control of the vibrational reality, and the home is where the vibrational reality begins. Right there at the heart. So, yes, she may be humble and meek and graceful, but don't play with Wachezaji Osset. Don't mistake her love, her nurturing, her care for something that you must mishandle. Because she is in charge of your vibrational reality, which means whatever she submits to as your vibrational reality, that will be your physical experience, which is the last Wachezaji. Wachezaji number 10, or as we call or know him as Geb. Geb is dealing with your animal experience. Geb, it represents your animation, your physical nature. Geb is a naughty little cheeky little such and such. He's cheeky. We all like a bit of the old Geb from time to time, you know? Geb family is all about pleasure. Geb is where you come to experience this wonderful world. Geb is you. You are the last Wachezaji. This Chezaji's task, if you accept and understand his nature, this Chezaji's task is to help you live and play and thrive, master all of the other Chezajis through your physical experience. Cause Geb ain't done nothing. He ain't got nothing to do but play. Geb is all about the sensations of life. Be careful of Geb. He can be addicted. Be careful of Geb. He doesn't have a side. Geb just wants to do Geb. Geb just wants to do Geb. Geb sometimes couldn't care less about the vibration that you're choosing, just as long as he gets to experience the power of the Wachezaji. The thing about Geb is, he is on autopilot, like the rest of them. But Geb is more susceptible to influence of all kinds. As the last Chezaji, all of these Chezajis have greater influence over him. And sometimes, in fact, most times, they fight over his attention. So it can be confusing. But family, this is why you come here and open up this portal of Rahaland, because this is where you come and Cheza Roho. When you step here, family, this is where you come to play with the spirits. You come here to play with the Wachezaji, so that you can begin to know and experience, and in turn gain oneness and master these wonderful spiritual players. So family, we invite you every day to learn about the Wachezaji and how they are wanting to relate and learn about you. Their only goal is to serve you their powers. That's their only goal. But they want to know that you're ready to be responsible and to be vulnerable. They want to know that you are ready to be purposeful and liberated. They want to know if you are ready to only experience the deepest pleasures and the highest peace. They want to know if you are ready to enter into Furahaland. Family, they want to know if you are ready to go on the heaven safari. What's going on, family? Why am I getting yammed up like this? Oh, Lord have His mercy. Put some flames if you're in the games. Wachezaji say, Cheza! Cheza! Come on, family, get in the flame. Put some flames if you're in the game. They just want to play. Cheza Roho, salimia Wachezaji. Hey! Salimia Wachezaji. Hey! Cheza Roho. Oh no, we ain't doing this. You playing around with me. The rhythm and breath. Hey! Rhythm and breath till there ain't night left. Rhythm and breath, yeah. Hey! Inside. Where we at though? Where we at in the game? I didn't even know. What time is it? We got 10 minutes. Are you in the game? Are you in the game? Are you in the game? Put some flames if you're in the game, family. This is a game of pleasure and peace, family. I really want you to get yourself acquainted with the Wachezaji. Join the Heaven Safari to come further into Furaha land. Peace in, love out. African sex. African sex. Pull up the tune! Smarty say pull up the tune! Live up by the tune! I said African sex. What me say? What me say? What me say? What me say? Family, some of you don't understand. There are 11 Chezajis. You have sex on all those levels. So when we say African sex, I'm talking about all the Chezajis, not just Geb. Inside!
It's a heaven like this. It's a heaven like this. African sex. Culture where you put your body. African sex. Feed your mind, feel uncanny. African sex. And you ain't never had a really black thing. African sex. Put your wife on the belly, come on me.
Peace in. La Familia. Cheza Roho inside. Wachezaji say Cheza. Wachezaji say Cheza. Cheza. Come on, family. Peace in. Family, I hope you enjoyed your time here today in Furaha land. Family, please. Now maisha wachezaji. 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 We give thanks for the games that we played today. And we give thanks for the wisdom, power, protection, love, willpower, intelligence, imagination, meditations, and sensation of the Wachezaji. Tomorrow, we'll be back again to play the spirit some more. And who knows what wisdom we'll be able to bring into our energetic power. Thank you guys for tuning in. This week's game is SEBEK. Wachezaji number 8. We're working our way back up to the top because things get more interesting as it goes along. But Wachezaji SEBEK is calling you to take full custody of your verbal thinking. Wachezaji SEBEK is calling you to take full custody of the words and affirmations you use. Wachezaji SEBEK is saying that if you go on your heaven safari, he is going to be right there with you, helping you omit the right words, powers, and affirmation and belief systems that's going to make sure you enjoy this heaven safari. So, nakumaisha Wachezaji SEBEK. Family, I say nakumaisha watu wa roho. Peace in, love out. I'll see you again tomorrow. Kesho asubuhi at 9:15 a.m. right on rhythm for some more Cheza! The great spiritual game. Dive.